Hello, welcome to the BT360 podcast, What's Up in Business Travel, a weekly podcast where we update you on what's up this week in the world of business travel. This podcast is great for those who need to know what's happening, all in less than 15 minutes. My name is Ash. Let's get started. It is the week of October 20th, and we've completed week 41 of 2025. As a reminder, BusinessTravel360.com is a great resource to take advantage of for everything business travel. Here you can listen to the best podcasts in travel, take advantage of bonus points and status match offers that the airlines and hotels are offering. You can check all of this out at BusinessTravel360.com. Now, let's get to the headlines. Navan has set a valuation of up to $6.45 billion and plans to raise about $960 million more in its initial public offering. This is according to an updated filing with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. In its IPO, Navan will offer 30 million shares of Class A common stock, along with 6.9 million shares sold by current stockholders. Shares will be priced in the range of $24 to $26. The valuation marks a drop over the past few years. In October 2022, Navan, still then TripActions, reported a valuation of $9.2 billion. Navan's co-founders together will hold and will be able to control a majority of the voting power of outstanding capital stock, about 26% for one and 43% for the other. American Express has become a big source of revenue for Delta Airlines. As Delta increasingly caters towards wealthier travelers, its partnership with American Express Card is becoming more important for its bottom line. In a standout quarter, Delta reported record revenues, and those record revenues were fueled by Delta's loyalty program and its lucrative partnership with American Express. During the third quarter, Delta received about $2 billion from American Express. That's a 12% increase from the same time last year, which the airline said was driven by a double-digit increase in credit card spending. Last year, Delta received a total of $7.4 billion in proceeds from American Express. Long-term, executives at the airline are forecasting that Delta could make as much as $10 billion from the partnership this year. It's a direct bet on high-income travelers, a group that's continued to spend, while lower-income householders have largely pulled back. The number of September corporate trips sold by U.S. travel agencies reversed course after 8 months of year-over-year declines. This is according to ARC. The total September U.S. air ticket sales settled by ARC were nearly $8.7 billion, a 8% increase year-over-year, and a record for September ARC recorded sales. Part of it is an increase in the average ticket price, which at $558 is up 5% over August and 2% over September 2024. That includes an increase in the economy class tickets, 3% over last month and 1% over last year, and the premium class ticket price, 5% over last month and 6% over last year. In September, domestic trips at 16.3 million were up 4% over August and 6% over September 2024, and international trips flat month over month were up 7% over the same period. The numbers are a good barometer for the travel industry, which keeps humming along as it enters the fourth quarter, a period that typically includes some of the busiest weeks annually for the industry. Global disruption to air travel rose in September, with cancellations increasing by 11% compared with the previous month. This is according to the latest report from aviation data firm Cirium. The report shows a surge in cancellations last month to operational setbacks in key international markets, including Europe, where cancellations rose by 50% from 4,880 flights in August to over 7,000 departures in September. Flights in Europe were affected last month by a series of strikes impacting KLM services, as well as disruption caused by cyber attack on the provider of check-in and boarding passes. Iceland budget airline Play also ceased operations in late September. But it was not a uniform picture across the world, with Cirium noting a dramatic split between regions. For example, cancellations in North America fell by 56%, from 12,000 flights in August to 5,000 services.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Imagine booking a flight, reserving a hotel, and filing your expense report, all during your favorite coffee break at your desk. That's what Italite makes possible, a modern, all-in-one platform for business travel and expenses. Why choose Italite? Because we combine smart technology with effortless workflows, helping companies save money while making travel simpler and faster for employees. Italite, the smarter way to travel for work. Discover more at italite.com.
In September. Now, in news that impacts the travel industry, Delta and Aeromexico will fight the U.S. Department of Transportation's order to break up their joint venture. The airlines filed a petition on October 10th with the 11th Circuit U.S. Court of Appeals in Atlanta, asking for the review of the order, which commands a breakup by January 1st. If the airlines don't win, they will lose their antitrust immunity and legal authority to jointly schedule and price flights between U.S. and Mexico. Delta said that within a few days, both airlines will ask the court for a stay of order pending the outcome of the court's review. Delta called the petition our only option at this point in time and procedurally to the next step in the process to protect Delta and Aeromexico's business interests, global networks, and customers. The DOT has argued that Delta-Aeromexico joint venture violates the Open Skies Pact between U.S. and Mexico. The DOT objects to Mexico's higher capacity reductions placed on Mexico City's main airport, as well as Mexico's termination of cargo service at the airport in 2023, forcing Mexico City cargo flights to be moved to a new airport outside the city. With Delta and Aeromexico accounting for nearly 60% of U.S.-Mexico flights, the flight reductions Mexico imposed there creates unacceptable harm to consumers. Vietnam Airlines has identified a data breach involving a third-party customer service platform operated by the global technology partner. According to the service provider, Vietnam Airlines is among several global companies using its services that have been affected by this incident. Unauthorized access may have occurred to certain customer data processed through the platform. Upon being alerted, Vietnam Airlines said that it took action in coordination with relevant authorities, cybersecurity experts, and its third-party partner to investigate the breach, assess the potential impact, and strengthen data protection. At this time, data such as payment information, passports, travel itineraries, Lotus Miles balances, and passport details remain secure. Additionally, Vietnam Airlines' internal IT systems were not affected. The EU's long-awaited entry-exit system, EES, has finally been launched after many delays. The 6-month phased introduction of the digital border control system started on October 12th, with each of the 29 participating European countries deciding on how quickly they will implement the system. There were initial media reports of queues of up to 90 minutes at Prague Airport following the introduction of EES. Prague is the largest international hub to fully implement the new biometric requirements. The UK government warned its passport holders to expect checks at EU airports as EES is rolled out, but added that the phased introduction should allow for gradual implementation that minimizes disruption, particularly at peak periods. Now let's get to the news of mergers and new partnerships. Lyft has acquired ground transportation company TBR Global Chauffeuring for $110 million US. TBR is headquartered in Scotland with offices across Europe, North America, the Middle East, and Asia. It operates in more than 3,000 cities. The company has deep expertise in corporate executive and event transportation and will continue to operate under its own brand and leadership, according to Lyft. Guest travel and expense platform Juno is launching new meeting capabilities for guest travelers and has added Direct Travel as its latest travel management company partner. The capabilities include a meeting dashboard where users can see full details about guests, including flight information and ground transportation. Users can also upload room blocks, and the platform uses AI to keep it in sync with information about confirmations, name changes, and late arrivals. Specific use cases Juno has identified with its customers include tech companies that onboard 50 to 70 new hires at the same time, which can be managed as a guest workflow. Some of Juno customers are already using the guest meeting capabilities, and the company is rolling it out to a broader use of users later this quarter. Fintech specialist Revolut has acquired Swifty, the artificial intelligence-powered travel agent that was developed within the Lufthansa Innovation Hub. Terms of the deal have not been disclosed, but the founders joined Revolut to help boost its agentic AI and travel technology capabilities. Swifty, which launched in 2023, uses large language models and a conversational interface to help plan and book corporate travel, including payment and invoicing. Revolut made its initial play in travel in 2021 with an Expedia-powered accommodation offering called Stays. It added vacation rentals to Stays in 2022. And now, news of new travel services and improvements. Cathay Pacific beginning November 15th will offer free Wi-Fi to Gold status members of its Cathay loyalty program in all cabins. The airline also plans to extend that offer by the end of the year to all Cathay members traveling in premium economy. The airline already offers free Wi-Fi for passengers in first and business class cabins, as well as Diamond members in any cabin. Passengers will be able to connect with one device at a time and can switch between devices during their flight. British Airways has opened new lounges at Miami International Airport and Dubai International Airport. The new spaces are part of the airline's £7 billion transformation program, which includes investments in redesigned lounges like those unveiled at Gatwick, Singapore, Seattle, and Dallas. The Miami lounge covers 13,000 square feet and is the largest lounge outside of London solely operated by British Airways. The Dubai lounge spans nearly 58,000 square feet. Access to the lounges are available to British Airways customers traveling in first or business class. British Airways Club loyalty members with silver status and above, and One World members with sapphire status and above. ASTA's tool for travel advisors to report delayed hotel commission payments is live. The online reporting tool, ASTA said, is designed to collect and escalate advisor concerns directly with hotel partners, shining a light on the scope of late and missed payments. Advisors are urged to complete the form if they have not been paid 45 days after a client's stay. If the offending hotel is an ASTA member, the society will begin a dispute resolution. If the hotel is not an ASTA member, the society cannot engage with it directly. However, ASTA will track reports from members, and offenders will be placed on a watch list of those flagged by members for delayed or non-payment for commissions. According to ASTA's president and CEO, this tool brings accountability to the commission process, highlighting where delays are most common and giving ASTA the leverage to address them directly with hotels. Southwest Airlines has launched a new aircraft interior featuring a new seat design, enlarged overhead bins, in-seat power at every seat, and carpeting and lighting updates. The new cabin design will be on all upcoming aircraft deliveries. Southwest said that the design is based on extensive research covering customer and employee perceptions of color, comfort, and aspirations for the overall onboard experience. Southwest has been retrofitting its existing fleet since mid-spring with extra legroom seats. The debut of the new cabin and seats will be on the Boeing 737 MAX 8. Southwest said it will retrofit a few of its 737-800 older generation planes with the new seats later this year. Kayak has launched another artificial intelligence-powered tool for travelers in the form of AI Mode. The tool allows for natural language search and combines Kayak's data with ChatGPT. Travelers can now access it by clicking the AI Mode icon on Kayak's website via a desktop or mobile browser. Users type travel-related questions the way you would say them to another person, and AI Mode generates real-time results after Kayak compares information and prices across travel providers. Travelers can then book their desired accommodations and transportation all in one place. AI Mode follows the launch of Kayak.ai this spring. Kayak described the platform as a test lab for AI-first features that make the product more personalized and conversational. With that, thank you for joining us, and I would like to ask you to tune in again next week on Monday morning to get your weekly update. We hope that you will make this a regular part of your week and listen in while you're on the move or sitting back and sipping your coffee. You can subscribe to this podcast by searching Business Travel 360 on Apple or Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeart, or Pandora. Be sure to share this podcast with everyone you know so that they can also benefit from getting to know more about what's up in business travel. You can always find more information on businesstravel360.com. Have a great day and travel well.